My child, listen carefully now. I come close not to punish you, but to protect you. Hear me with your whole heart. I am not angry with you. I am not disappointed. I am protective. You are mine, and I refuse to let you wander into exhaustion while calling it love. You did not ignore me because you didn't care. You were taught to prove devotion with payment, to soothe chaos with cash, to buy a counterfeit peace that never lasts. I am speaking plainly so you can finally rest. Your provision is not their permission. Giving money to chaos is not love. It is permission for disorder to keep access to you. You are not called to sponsor what I am trying to deliver you from. You are not required to fund the patterns that bruise your spirit. You are not obligated to keep doors open that I am closing for your safety. I saw what you couldn't see. You have been trying to buy peace, buy safety, buy approval, and the price keeps rising while your soul keeps sinking. Your shoulders carry a pressure that budgets cannot fix. Your numbness is not failure. It is fatigue from paying invoices sent by manipulation and fear. I am here to cut that cord. Understand the warfare. The enemy studies where you are tender and timed out. He leverages urgency, late fees, sudden crises, and guilt-laced requests because money is measurable, urgent, and easy to manipulate. This is a targeted attack designed to drain your calm, cloud your judgment, and keep you negotiating with what should never have access to you. I am setting a holy standard over your resources. I will teach you to detach without hatred, to say no without fear, to keep your peace without negotiating it away. Your boundaries will be obedience. Your no will be worship. Your provision will return to purpose. Come under my covering now. Let me retrain your love so that your generosity aligns with heaven and not with disorder. What I close, do not reopen. What I forbid, do not fund. Stay with me. We are beginning. My child, listen. I am opening the pattern before your eyes. This is the rescue cycle that has kept your spirit tired and your wallet shaking. First, a crisis appears. The message is urgent. The tone is dire. The clock is weaponized. Second, you feel responsible. Your chest tightens, your mind races, and you hear the old script. If I don't step in, they will fall, and it will be my fault. Third, you pay. You wire, you swipe, you send. Fourth, there is a temporary calm. Gratitude appears, the air clears, the storm seems over. Fifth, a new crisis returns, bigger, louder, closer to your deadline, and deeper into your peace. And the cycle reloads. I saw it looping around you while you called it love. Hear me. They trained your empathy to answer urgency, as if urgency were holiness. They taught you to confuse panic with purpose, noise with need, pressure with calling. I am not condemning your tenderness. I am exposing how it has been steered. Your nervous system has been taught to sprint at the sound of their alarm, to spend before you can pray, to rescue before you can discern. That is not my voice. My peace does not sound like a siren. There is an unspoken contract operating beneath the requests. Your money has become the bridge that keeps them from meeting consequences, and that same bridge keeps you from being free. As long as you fund the gap, they do not have to grow. You pay the toll with your time, your sleep, your focus, your calling. When you fund the pattern, you extend the bondage, both theirs and yours. The hook stays alive because it keeps being fed. Learn the difference, my child. Mercy lifts, enabling props. Mercy tells the truth, enabling crafts excuses. Mercy protects dignity through consequence. Enabling postpones growth and multiplies disorder. Mercy aligns with my order, enabling clings to your fear of loss. I know your heart. You did not do this because you are weak. You did it because you are compassionate, wounded, and tired of watching people you love crumble. You feared what would happen if you stepped back. But I never asked you to be their savior. I asked you to be obedient. So hear the decisive truth. If a relationship only survives when you pay, it was never covenant, it was control. Covenant carries weight together. Control makes you carry it alone and calls it love. I am cutting that bridge now. Do not rebuild it. Close the purse to chaos. Open your hands to me. Your no will end the loop. Your no will set both of you free. My child, I saw the trap setting before you felt the pull. I watched the lines being tied to your tenderness, the net woven from crises and compliments, from need and nostalgia. You saw repeated emergencies. I saw a tactic designed to drain a life I marked. Hear me clearly. This is a targeted attack, because what heaven has marked, darkness tries to drain. The enemy has plays he repeats because they work on the tired and the kind. Manufactured urgency that corners your conscience. Guilt-laced stories that weaponize history. Pity storms that drench your discernment so you cannot see straight. Threats of abandonment. If you loved me, you would. That confuse loyalty with slavery. Silent punishment when you hesitate. The cold shoulder that makes you pay for your pause. Public shaming that paints your boundary as betrayal. I saw each move forming before it reached your phone. I am exposing it now so you stop calling warfare a misunderstanding. Why money? Because money is access. When the drain succeeds, it steals your options, creates dependency, weakens your future, delays your calling, and keeps you locked in survival mode. When your focus is on today's rescue, you cannot plant for tomorrow's harvest. When your strength funds dysfunction, your assignment goes unfunded. That is why the pressure always arrives at the worst time. Deadline week, decision week, the eve of something sacred. The enemy times the ask to tax the grace I gave you for your purpose. And with the pressure came counterfeit roles, savior, rescuer, sponsor, fixer, titles that mimic love but replace boundaries. They look holy, but they are substitutions for obedience. You were never called to be their endless source. I am. Your name is beloved, not bailout. Understand the doorway. Repeated financial access is not just a transaction. It becomes a spiritual doorway. Through it walk confusion, resentment, fear, and the slow leak of peace. Through it creeps accusation against them, against you, even against me. Close the doorway and the fog will lift. Close the doorway and your heart will hear me again. I am not saying this to frighten you. I am covering you. I am not condemning your compassion. I am reclaiming your boundaries. You can close the door without closing your heart. You can say no to the drain and yes to my order. Stay with me. I will show you where to seal access, how to guard generosity, how to keep your love pure and your peace intact. You are mine. Under my covering, your resources will return to purpose, and the drain will be stopped at the gate. My child, draw close and let me make it plain. I am not angry with you. I am protective. I am not shaming your generosity. I am safeguarding your destiny. I saw what you couldn't see, so I am putting light on the pattern. Receive these 7 signs as rescue, not rebuke. Clarity that frees your spirit to obey without guilt. The first sign, the request is always urgent, never planned. Emergencies are their lifestyle, not an exception. Calendars do not exist until the crisis arrives at midnight with a countdown and your peace on the line. The second sign, their story keeps changing. Details blur, timelines shift, accountability dissolves, but the pressure increases. The vaguer the truth, the louder the demand. The third sign, they ask for secrecy. Don't tell anyone, keep this between us, because light would break the spell. Secrecy is the shelter where manipulation grows. Truth loves daylight. The fourth sign, your no is punished. Anger, tears, insults, spiritual manipulation, affection becomes conditional, and your boundary is renamed betrayal. Love that requires payment is not love, it is leverage. The fifth sign, you are not invited into solutions, only into payment. Budgets are dismissed, counseling avoided, work refused, structure mocked. They want relief, not responsibility. The sixth sign, the amount escalates. Small help never stays small because enabling cannot satisfy chaos. It only expands the appetite you feed. The seventh sign, after you give, you feel dread instead of peace. Your spirit feels heavy, used, emptied. My peace does not leave a bruise. My peace rests you. Hear me. If your giving produces dread and disorder, it is not generosity, it is entanglement. I am not condemning your compassion, I am redeeming it. Bring your heart back under my order. Close the door that secrecy opened. Refuse the timeline that panic set. And let consequence teach what your money has been shielding. You are mine. Under my covering, your yes will align with growth, and your no will protect your calling. My child, I am setting two paths in front of you now. One path is narrow and guarded by my peace. It leads to stability, clarity, and the strength to walk out your calling. The other path is paved with permission slips for chaos, repeated loss, spiraling confusion, mounting resentment, and another month of explaining why you are empty again. Hear the line I am carving into your spirit. You cannot protect your peace while paying for what breaks it. Look at the cost of the wrong path. When you keep funding their disorder, your goals are delayed. What I planted for this season is postponed to a someday that never arrives. Your stewardship is compromised. Resources meant for purpose are siphoned by panic. Your home absorbs stress. The atmosphere tightens, sleep thins, joy flickers. Your health is weakened. Tension knots your body, fatigue fogs your mind. Your capacity to obey shrinks. When the drain demands your time and money, my assignments go unfunded and undone. This is not random. This is exposure when you step outside my covering. You are mine. Your resources are under my name. I gave them as stewardship and protection, not as ransom to maintain someone else's refusal to grow. Boundaries are obedience. Saying no is not hardness. It is alignment. It is choosing the door I closed and refusing to reopen it with your wallet. Stay under my covering. Let your no be worship that keeps order at your gate. I see the fears that hold you. They will call me selfish. They will leave me. They will retaliate. They will say I never loved them. I am not asking you to abandon love. I am asking you to abandon the lie that love equals payment on demand. Love tells the truth and allows consequence to teach. I will sit with you in the ache of obedience. I will guard you in the backlash. I will vindicate your boundary in time. Choose now. Do not negotiate with what devours you. Step onto the path that protects your calling, and know this: I will not only relieve your guilt, I will retrain your hands. You will not just feel empowered, you will speak differently, structure differently, and follow through. I will place words in your mouth, policies in your budget, and resolve in your spine. Take my hand. We move forward. My child, sit with me now while the room is quiet. Decisions made in peace become shields in pressure. Chaos thrives in last-minute choices. Manipulation lives in the fog of urgency. So we will decide before they ask again. This is not about stinginess. It is about order. I am teaching you a holy budget, a boundary crafted in calm so you do not negotiate in panic later. Begin with policies, not personal attacks. Write them, own them, keep them. Decide a monthly generosity limit, if any, and treat it as sacred. Once the boundary is met, the answer is no. Define categories you will never fund. Addictions, gambling, debts sustained by refusal to work. cycles that mock counsel and reject accountability. Establish a no-cash rule if needed. You will not hand fuel to fire. If assistance ever happens, it flows through structure. Groceries delivered, a bill paid directly to the vendor, a ride offered, a resource shared, not an untracked transfer that keeps the hook alive. Add a time boundary. You do not make financial decisions on the spot. Your policy is a pause. I decide after prayer and sleep, because peace sets the timeline, not panic. Apply the peace test every time. If giving violates your rent, your food, your savings, your debt plan, or your mental peace, it is outside wisdom and outside my covering. If your chest tightens and your clarity blurs as you prepare to send, stop. Provision I entrust to you must first protect what I've assigned to your household and calling. You are not starving your destiny to feed disorder. Keep a boundary script written and visible, short, consistent, non-defensive. One sentence you can repeat without explaining or begging. Repetition is protection because it denies debate the room to grow. And practice the stewardship check. If you must hide it from your spouse, your trusted counsel, or your own conscience, it is not aligned with me. Light confirms order. Secrecy signals entanglement. Hear my protective urgency. Ambiguity invites manipulation. Clarity is love. Calm is authority. Decide now. Write it now. Place it where you can see it. In the next step, I will put the exact words in your mouth so your boundary stands calm and final. You are mine, and I am teaching your hands to keep peace at your gates. My child, take my hand. I will make your mouth strong and your heart gentle. Here is the core rule I engrave on your tongue. Clarity without cruelty, brevity without apology, firmness without drama. A boundary is not a debate. It is a door you close with one sentence. Speak clean, then be silent. I am with you in the silence. Say it like this, simply and finally. I can't help financially. I'm not available for that. Then stop talking. Do not fill the space. Do not rush to soothe their reaction. Your silence is not cruelty. It is closure. Say it like this, anchored in policy, not mood. I've changed how I handle money requests. I don't lend or give cash anymore. Then stop talking. Policies remove personality from the moment. They protect both of you from the tug of war. Say it like this, structured and kind. I can't send money, but I can help you find resources, make a plan, or look at a budget. Then stop talking. Offer order, not access. Provide direction, not a deposit. Say it like this, steady and repetitive. I understand this is stressful. My answer is still no. Then stop talking. Repetition is protection. Empathy does not erase the line. Say it like this, when pressure crosses the line. If you keep pressuring me, I will end this call. Then do it. Follow through is love for your future. Consequence makes your no believable. Feel the posture I am forming in you. You are not defending yourself. You are closing a doorway. You are not arguing identity. You are guarding assignment. You are not withdrawing love. You are refusing access to disorder. Speak once. Sit in peace. Let silence be your shield. And here my final guidance for this step. Once you speak boundaries, expect escalation. The enemy loses power when a door shuts, so he will rattle the handle. Do not panic. In the next movement, I will teach you the consequences that end the manipulation loop. You are mine, and your yes to me makes your no unbreakable. My child, hear me and stand steady. When a doorway closes, those who lived off its access will shake the handle. Escalation is normal. It does not mean you were wrong. It means the pattern has been exposed. Do not interpret their volume as your error. Do not confuse their panic with my guidance. I am not angry with you. I am protective. I am not punishing them through you. I am protecting you from a loop that devoured your peace. Expect the familiar plays, rage that demands you prove love, tears that flood the conversation, guilt sermons coded in memory. After all I've done for you, strategic silence and love withdrawal, smear campaigns that tell others you've changed, threats that corner your tenderness, promises that appear only when you're no holds. See them for what they are, pressure attempting to reopen the door I closed. Now your follow-through. Step 1. Boundary reminder, calm and brief. My answer is no. Do not explain. Step 2. End the conversation if pressure continues. I'm ending this call now, then end it. Step 3. Pause contact for a set time, hours, days, a week, so the nervous system resets and the loop loses oxygen. Name it. I will respond after time. Keep it. Step 4. Close access points. Block or mute numbers that only send money requests. Disable quick send links. Remove yourself from group chats that harvest guilt. Access shrinks. Peace expands. Consistency is your ally. If your no turns to maybe under pressure, you teach them to push harder. A stable no retrains the system. I will give you courage to be boringly consistent. Boredom to chaos is death to manipulation. Hear my safety covering. If there is abuse, stalking, or credible threat, prioritize safety. Seek local support. Involve wise counsel, and where needed, authorities. Boundaries are not bravado. They are protection, and protection can include distance. Understand what consequences are in my order, not revenge, but reality. You are allowing truth to teach what your money kept canceling. You step back so cause and effect can speak. This is love aligned with light. And know this, the loudest battle after your boundary will not be their reaction. It will be the whisper of guilt inside you. I will address that next. You are mine. Hold the line. I am with you in the silence and in the consequence. My child, come close and breathe. The loud voice inside that calls you selfish, cruel, or unloving is not my voice. I am not angry with you. I am protective. Hear the difference now. Conviction is my light. It is specific, clear, actionable, and followed by peace. Condemnation is a fog. It is vague, shaming, paralyzing, and followed by dread. Conviction says, do this, and your spirit steadies. Condemnation says, you are this, and your spirit shrinks. I do not shrink you. I strengthen you. I am exposing the spell of false responsibility that has wrapped around your tender places. These are not my commands. If I don't help, something terrible will happen. I'm the only one. God will be disappointed if I say no. I'm selfish if I protect my peace. These are fear phrases, forged to keep the door open. Break them now. Replace them with the truth I am sealing in you. You are not their savior. You are not their source. You are not their solution. I am their God. I am their source. I am their way through. Your numbness is not rebellion. It is the bruise of over-carrying. Your anxiety is not proof you are wrong. It is evidence you have lifted what was not assigned. I saw your body hold its breath each time the request came. I saw the knot in your chest, the tremor in your hands. You are mine. I will not let you live in permanent adrenaline and call it love. Receive my order for your compassion. Compassion with boundaries. You can care without paying. You can love without rescuing. You can pray without funding. You can point to resources, offer wisdom, sit in truth, and still protect your peace. Presence is holy. Clarity is holy. Consequence is not cruelty. It is how reality teaches when money stops interrupting the lesson. Now listen for my promise. When you seal the leak, I restore what drained out. I return money where chaos siphoned it. I return energy where panic stole it. I return confidence where manipulation eroded it. I return peace where dread nested. Guilt that demands you betray your peace is not obedience. It is bondage. Step out of that prison. Stay under my covering. Your no to guilt is your yes to me. My child, now hear my promise with authority. What leaked can be replenished. What chaos drained can be rebuilt under my order. I am not angry with you. I am protective. When you close the financial doorway to chaos, I reopen the pathway to peace. Restoration is not a flash. It is a rhythm. Wisdom, consistency, peace-led stewardship. I will steady your hands. I will multiply your small obediences until strength returns to your house. Begin the rebuild in the light. For 30 days, track every expense, every swipe, every send, every small leak that once hid in habit. Name the leaks and seal them. Rebuild an emergency cushion. First a little, then a little more, until months of peace sit between you and panic. Automate savings and the bills that guard your stability, so protection happens without debate. Create a separate generosity account with a firm monthly cap. When it's empty, the answer is no. Reduce exposure to impulsive giving, delete quick-send shortcuts, remove saved payment links, and require a 24-hour pause and prayer before any unplanned gift. Set a recovery timeline under my peace, 90 days to reset, 6 to 12 months to restore reserves. Small steps, repeated, will outrun every former drain. I am with you in the repetition. Rebuild your relationships, too. Replace crisis calls with life-giving connections. Call the ones who ask how you are, not what you can cover. Strengthen the circle that celebrates your boundaries and refuses to use you. Wise counsel, mentors, community that speaks truth. Schedule joy that costs little and fills much. Serve where your presence, not your payment, brings life. Return to the quiet with me. Pray before you pay. Listen for the check before you act. If peace is absent, your decision can wait. Feed on my word. Keep a daily moment of stillness where I reset your pace. Let generosity be led by peace, not pressure. Understand this covering. When you move with me, you remain protected. Obedience builds a hedge around your budget and your heart. Now choose with finality. Do not wait for the next emergency text to decide. Write the policy, automate the protection, delete the shortcuts. Consecrate your resources to me today. Say it with me in your spirit. I choose peace. I will not fund chaos. You are mine, and I am restoring you under my covering. My child, lean in and hear me with your whole heart. Time is short. This is your moment of separation. Delay will cost you more than money. It will tax your peace, your purpose, and the tomorrow I am preparing. I am not angry with you. I am protective. The hour for second-guessing is over. Do not negotiate what I have told you. Remember the path I walked you down. You recognized the rescue cycle and named its hook. You discerned the enemy's strategy to drain what I marked. You stood at the two paths and chose peace over payment to disorder. You set a holy policy in calm. You spoke the boundary without begging. You enforced consequences until the loop loosened. You rejected the guilt that was not my voice. You began to rebuild in order and peace. Now seal it. Obedience today closes the loop tomorrow. This is a commissioning. Stand in the doorway I closed and guard it with your no. If pressure rises, do not explain. If nostalgia whispers, do not bargain. If fear imagines worst cases, bring them to me and do not open the purse. Your boundary is not abandonment. It is alignment with my order. Your no is worship. Your restraint is protection. Your peace is my will for you. Say it out loud with me now. I will not fund chaos. Say it again. I will protect my peace. Say, I choose obedience over negotiation. I choose order over urgency. I choose wisdom over guilt. Type Amen if you are choosing wisdom over guilt. Let your public agreement become your accountability. Share this word with someone being drained so they can stand under covering too. If this has helped you, please support this channel as a sign you are sowing into order and share this message. Hear my final promise and my final warning. Do not reopen what I have shut. Do not apologize for what I have aligned. Do not wander back into warfare I have already won for you. You are mine. Stay under my covering. Walk out your calling in protected peace and do not negotiate it.